Well, you won't believe what we have in the news today. So, Mayor Latoya Cantrell, she just made history. Congrats not fixing the city and being the first mayor that's worse than Tiffany Henyard and Kwame Kilpatrick. She was hit with federal charges in New Orleans. And she was hit with federal charges. New Orleans, you survived hurricanes, floods, Saints defense, but this is disaster you didn't see coming. Let's talk about Jeffrey Vappy, the bodyguard, so dedicated he was protecting the mayor in private apartments, 14 trips together. 14, I hadn't even taken that many vacations with my own family. Now, apparently, protecting the mayor these days means 70,000 in tax payer fraud, romantic getaways. I guess the city council new motto is on somebody else's dime. And these two thought they were slick with WhatsApp apps, secret apartments, and 15,000 messages. That's 15,000. That's a relationship. That's a full blown data breach. I had jobs that didn't require that much communication. What were they texting about? Hey, you up? Yeah, I'm in the city budget meeting. Should I bring the handcuffs or should you bring the handcuffs? Well, let's play a little bit of this video and let's talk about it.
Indictment further describes the many steps that Cantrell and Vappy took to hide their scheme and to perpetuate their continued fraud, including using a secure messaging platform, WhatsApp. Specifically, Cantrell and Vappy used the WhatsApp platform to exchange over 15,000 messages, pictures, and audio clips in an 8-month period. They also used WhatsApp to intimidate subordinates.
And while they was intimidating people, this is what they was thinking when they got caught. This is what they was thinking. Here it is.
Down, down, down. Down, down, down.
And that's what they was thinking the whole time when the charges read on. Well, you cannot make this up, people. We got to do better in life than this, people. This is the shame. On all of that, this also the only thing I can say about them on these charges. That's the only thing I can. That's the only thing I can say. Let's play it again. Damn. That's the only thing I can say about when they doing those charges on old girl and old boy. But let's get back to the video and talk more about
it. Into their activities, including a federal grand jury investigation. The superseding indictment, which we emphasize is merely a charge for which guilt must be proven beyond a reasonable doubt in a court of law, alleges that Mayor Cantrell and Mr. Vappy perpetuated their scheme both in the New Orleans area and during out-of-state trips. In both instances, Vappy's activities, while claiming to be on duty, were conspicuously different than any other member of the Executive Protection Unit.
Now, evidently, the feds dropped every charge short of being too messy for reality TV, conspiracy with wire fraud, obstruction, lying to the FBI, and this is the corruption Olympics and Cantrell going for gold. And Vappy was clocking in for official business while clocking out of professionalism. Dude was literally getting paid to be a mayor's plus one. Where can I apply for that job? Because I need this. A professional bodyguard, government benefits, travel included. All you have to do is keep a straight face under oath.
While in New Orleans, Cantrell and Vappy treated a city-owned apartment in the Pentaba building as their own personal shared residence and coordinated to spend time together there, engaging in personal activities.
Now this is another thing when the FBI came down on. This is the only thing they can say.
Got him! Got him!
That's the only thing they can say when they're dropping those charges on. Now I'll play some more.
While Vappy claimed to be on duty for the Executive Protection Unit and was being paid to do his actual job. The superseding indictment also alleges that Mayor Cantrell and Vappy arranged for Vappy to accompany Cantrell on at least 14 domestic and international trips to maximize their time together and to engage in personal activities. In their private text messages, Mayor Cantrell characterized her trips with Vappy as both, quote, times when we are.
See, when the FBI start poking around, these two deleted messages like they were in a group chat called How Not to Get Caught. Pro tip, if your criminal defense plan is deleted, and hope you might want to start Googling federal sentencing guidelines. And now that both were saying it was strictly professional, if that's professional, then my last piece of delivery was a board meeting.
Truly alone, close quote, and as what, quote, spoils me the most. These trips included a trip to San Francisco, which Vappy and Cantrell decided to extend for an extra day so that they could visit a series of Napa Valley wineries. While Vappy was wine tasting on April the 9th, 2022, he claimed to be working and was in fact paid for working a 15-hour day.
Now, meanwhile, the city's falling apart, crime's up, roads look like they surface of the moon, and the mayor is busy running a taxpayer fund soap opera. A 70 grand jury to fix some potholes, but nah, it went to the security briefings at the Ritz-Carlton.
In August 2022, Cantrell said that she would, quote, unquote, make it happen, to have Vappy accompany her on a 3-day trip to Washington, D.C. for a 1-hour meeting, a trip that they both agreed they, quote unquote, needed. Shortly after they returned, Vappy described the trip to Cantrell as, quote, another leg on our journey, close quote, as he declared his love for her and their physical relationship. In total, the city of New Orleans paid over $70,000.
So New Orleans, your mayor just turned the city into a set of scandal, but with less Olivia Pope and more What's Up apps receipts. Should she resign now or wait for the Netflix deal? Drop your hottest takes in this comment and hit subscribe. Remember, in the meat grinder, nobody's safe, not even the mayor's burned phone.
$1,000 for Vappy's travel on these trips alone. When asked about her reason for bringing members of the Executive Protection Unit with her on out-of-state trips, a practice that Mayor Cantrell began about 5 months after Vappy joined the Executive Protection Unit, she justified it as a quote-unquote pivot due to COVID and a matter of safety, in quotes.
Oh, I forgot to mention, we got this from wwltv.com. I think that's on one of CBS channels. I'm not 100% sure, but let's watch a little bit more.
At the same time, however, she continued to take out-of-state trips without any EPU protection or Executive Protective Unit protection. In fact, on the same day, she gave one such statement. She canceled a work trip to Miami and instead traveled alone by plane, then bus, then ferry to the island of Martha's Vineyard in Massachusetts to spend some time with Vappy. Vappy was in Martha's Vineyard attending a conference paid for by the city of New Orleans related to his position on the Hanno Board of Commissioners, a position to which Cantrell had appointed him just months earlier. On other occasions, when Vappy was unavailable to accompany Cantrell on a trip, Cantrell chose not to take another member of the Executive Protection Unit with her. The superseding indictment alleges that both Vappy and Cantrell were aware that their conduct broke laws, criminal laws. For instance, in April 2022, an associate of Cantrell's explicitly told her, in multiple text messages that spending public funds and using public resources for her personal relationship was illegal.
Well, I believe I played all I had to play, but if you want the rest of the story, go over to 4WWL, I think the Louisiana CBS station. Now, this video is over 29 minutes long, and I'm not going to play that much of a video. But let me know what you think of this situation. Like, share, comment, subscribe. And until next time, people, we out.